WonderCon 2022, and we're here to talk Constantine. You guys, thank you so much for your time. Honestly, we were kind of wondering like what WonderCon's going to be like, but with the DC showcase here, I think we're set. We're set for the whole year. Ernie, my first question is for you. I know the House of Mystery has a long history in DC Comics. Tell me about the House of Mystery and what aspects did you want to emphasize, through the story.
Well, we kind of thought it would be really interesting to do this kind of Twilight Zone-y House of Mystery. And Jim actually knows that I love the character Constantine. Love writing him. He's my favorite one to write, actually. So it's like, let's do that and put it into the House of Mystery.
Ernie, in a previous life, was a pub in the United Kingdom because he can do that voice and that slang in a perfect way. Whenever I try to do it, it's so wrong that it's Paul Hogan in Crocodile Dundee. He's saying throw another shrimp on the Barbie, and Ernie's got to go, no, none of this is right.
That's Australian. There's slight differences between both. I think it's fascinating, all the different accents. So
that's awesome.
I get into it.
Now, having Matt Ryan on board again as Constantine, how important was it to have him be involved in this project again?
He's Constantine. It's like there was really no choice. I mean, when I spoke to our casting director about it, that was always we just presumed it's going to be him because there's some continuity to it, of course. So we have to carry that over. But he embodies the character, and as good as Ernie is at writing in Constantine's voice, he knows that character.
Yeah.
Also, Matt owns that raincoat.
Does he?
Yeah, he can just bring it.
The thing is, after seeing him do Constantine on Justice League Dark, now I don't write for Constantine. I write Matt Ryan doing Constantine.
Right.
So he's literally in the room with you.
I can tell him. He'd be like, Andy, that's wrong. I can't do the accent. I only hear it and can write it. So
definitely his involvement in all of the Justice League movies and Justice League Dark. Honestly, it just brings it to a whole new level, apart from the big hitters like Superman and Batman. As far as this story, is it directly in canon with those stories?
Pass.
Tangentially attached.
Gently attached.
I just remembered that you did the. Did you not do the Constantine story in Justice League Action?
Yes.
Where it's the babysitting one, and it's like, and the girl says, "It's Batman and a hobo."
That's right. Yeah. But we can say that it is a direct continuation of Apocalypse War.
Okay.
It is the follow-up.
It's like a coda. It's like a coda to that.
Especially with the ending of Apocalypse War, you kind of just left like, whoa, that was just a lot to absorb.
Yeah.
And I'm only assuming this is at that same level, with how crazy the House of Mystery is going to be.
Well, I think you get some answers. To some of the
and
some
more
of the outcomes.
And more questions.
Always those, right? It's comic books, so.
I would give you. Continues. There is like an extra thing. When Jim came over, he's like, I want to see if we can introduce this element of a Doctor Who I saw, and I'm like,
we ripped off a Doctor Who.
What? He got me into it when it was rebooted with Christopher Eccleston, right? So I've been watching since then. So there's a Pete Capaldi one called Heaven Sent, where he's stuck in a castle and he keeps getting killed, and Jim goes, make that be a thing,
but don't do that.
And think up a story that works with it. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But it was
so
like...
just to reiterate, it's not close enough to be actionable, but to inspire part of it.
Yeah.
But it's very respectful homage and not at all a ripoff in any way.
Well, that's hilarious because I just saw it as a Groundhog Day
it's that too.
Thing, so... that's how I approached it.
So even if you get like 1/10 or 1/20th of Heaven Sent, you've got a hell of a short.
That's
So.
going to be amazing. Honestly, I can't wait to see it. I just love seeing Matt Ryan and this character and just what he brings to this universe. So thank you guys so much for continuing that, and thank you for spending time at WonderCon talking about this film.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.